Hey guys, my name's Corinne. This is my first YouTube tutorial ever. I filmed myself getting ready for my birthday. I hope you enjoy and thank you for watching. I like to start out with my brows. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color dark brown, and I prefer to do my brows first because I think they come out a little more natural looking with the pencil going over the skin rather than putting the pencil over foundation. Now I'm going to be coating my brows with the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara. Blech, that's a mouthful. It's in the color deep brown, and this just helps the hair fiber stand out through the pencil and keeps them in place. So now I'm moving on to the eyes. I'm priming them first with Too Faced Eyeshadow Insurance Anti-Crease Shadow Primer. And then I'm going over top of that with the NYX eyeshadow base. I like to use this because of the taupey color. It really helps to hide any imperfections or discolorations you have on the lid. And because this consistency is kind of tacky, you do want to set it so you have a nice smooth surface to blend on top of. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix in NCW40. So now we're going to start working with shadows. I'm going into the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and I'm going to be taking the color Nude on a Morphe M502 brush and just putting that all over the lid. Next, I'm taking the color Lockout on a tapered brush that came from the Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to put that in the crease. Now make sure you take your time blending this color out. After that, I'm going to go into the Too Faced Natural Matte palette. I'm going to take the color Strapless on a tapered brush from a Morphe brush set that I got. It's the set 686, and I'm using this brush to really spread the color and blend it with our current crease color. So now I'm going to take the color Heaven from that same palette and put that right on the lid to give a nice gradient effect from light to dark. Last but not least for palettes, I'm going to be using the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm taking the color Rebel and I'm putting that on a smaller blending brush. That way we can get the color concentration just in the crease. Then I'm going to go over that with the Morphe M502 brush to blend away all the harsh lines, of course. It's my birthday, so you know I gotta have some glitter on the lids to really make them pop. I'm gonna take the color Rocker and put it right on the lid over the white color, and this just helps to lighten that purpley color up a little bit. And then I'm gonna take a blending brush, of course, and blend away all those harsh lines. And finally, I'm gonna take the color Flower Child and apply that right under the brow bone. I'm going to be using the good old tape method to do my eyeliner. It's really quick and easy. You're just going to line the tape from the corner of your eye to the tail of your brow, and then you're going to take your eyeliner. Me personally, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D liquid liner. It's the tattoo liner in the color Trooper, or it's just called Trooper. I'm not too sure, to be honest. You can make your liner as thick or as thin as you want. Just follow that tape line for a nice sharp wing. We want it sharp enough to cut a bitch. So next, just remove the tape. Since we don't have foundation on, we can go in with a makeup wipe or a makeup remover and really sharpen out our lines. I like to add my lashes on when my face is baking just to kill some time. So we're going to leave the eyes for now and come back to them later. So to prime my skin, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Since I have the skin of a 13-year-old boy hitting puberty, I have a lot of bumps and redness and acne scars, so I do want to cover those up before I put my foundation on. I'm using Maybelline Master Conceal in color light medium. Following that, I'm going to be covering my face with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi to give my skin a nice natural glow from within underneath my foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be using Urban Decay's All Nighter. This foundation really helps to mattify my skin. I have really oily skin, and it's also very full coverage. Plus, it'll last all night, which is what we want since it is my birthday celebration. I have colors 7 and 8, and I have to mix the two to get a color that matches my complexion the best. Now, the foundation does oxidize like crazy, so don't be alarmed by the color on my skin because it totally will match my body in like 15 minutes. To buff it out, I'm going to be using the Morphe M439 brush, and then I go over with a damp beauty blender to soak up any excess product and really give it a natural finish. After you're done, I would suggest sitting there for about 10 minutes to really let the color oxidize before putting products on top. Now, moving on to concealer, for me, I'm going to be using the LA Girl in Creamy Beige, and I'm going to do your basic spots for concealing, and then I'm just going to blend out with a damp beauty blender. Taking that same damp beauty blender, I'm going to dip it into my Ben Nye banana powder to set and bake my face. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every time I say Ben Nye, I have the urge to sing the Bill Nye the Science Guy song. Yeah. Now, while my face is baking like a cake, I like to take the time to do my lashes. So I'm going to coat them with L'Oreal Carbon Black mascara first, and then I'm going to be applying my lashes. I'm just going to be using Ardel Wispies. I figured I'd stick with something that I know looked good and keep it simple. Since it is my birthday look, I didn't want to go crazy and mess anything up. And after I'm done with that, I'm just going to dust off the setting powder and touch up my eyeliner since I did have all that powder on underneath my eyes. Because my skin is so oily, I do set my whole face. I'm going to be using L'Oreal True Match powder in color W7. I use a colored powder because it is really hard for any foundation to match my complexion perfectly, and usually layering with a powder really does help blending because I can blend it down onto my neck and onto my chest if need be. Following that, I'm going to be contouring / bronzing up. I use NYX matte bronzer in the color Sunny. This is a fantastic hidden gem. It has such a nice cool undertone. It goes on very smoothly, blends on top of all types of foundation, and it has very awesome pigment. So super cheap. I think it was like $2.99. Definitely worth a try. I'm going to be applying it with an angled brush to my cheeks, the sides of my nose, under my lip to give it a pouty effect, and under my jaw to sharpen it up, and then just on my hairline just so I kind of have that color at the top of my face as well. To sharpen up that contour, I'm just going to take any loose brush and I'm going to dip it back in my banana powder, and I'm just going to carve out that line to really clean up underneath. For blush, I'm going to be going in with MAC Melba. It's a nice pretty matte pink, and it really is so universal. You can use it with all kinds of looks. To apply it, I'm focusing on the apples of the cheeks and then just blending upwards. I don't like to add color to my under eye until after I've already concealed and set it. So now I'm going to go back into my natural matte palette, and I'm going to take the color Strapless and place it all the way from inner to outer corner and just really blend it out and down. Now when we did the liner, it kind of took away from the glitter that we put on the lid, so I'm just going back into the same palette and I'm packing that glitter on the lid and blending it out. And then I'm also going to take the Morphe M502 brush and blend out again from the lid to the crease. Because I want to trace my black liner with a pretty bold silver liner, I didn't want to do too much on my under eye, so I'm just taking a beige liner. I'm pretty sure it's a NYX liner called like Wonder Pencil or something, and I'm just going to line my waterline with that. Like I said, I love glitter, and since it is my birthday, I want it to be a little extra, so I'm just taking a silver NYX glitter liner and tracing the black liner. Looking good, girl. So now it's time to highlight the face. I am a highlight junkie. Like, I want to be seen from outer space. So of course I'm going in with none other than the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to be using Champagne Pop on a Morphe fan brush, and I'm just going to be hitting my cheeks, and then of course don't forget to do the exclamation point on the nose, and I'm going to hit my Cupid's bow as well. I do like to put some on my chin, and then I take the fan brush and I kind of go like over the arches of each brow. I like to do that little brow trick. It's really hard to see on camera, but when you're in natural light, after you like are looking back and forth, you can really pick up on that shimmer and it looks really pretty. For lips, I needed something that's going to stay on and not budge because of course I did plan on drinking a lot. I'm going to be using the Kylie Jenner matte lipstick, Candy K, and the liner as well. Off camera, I do set with the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray, and then I'm also going to be coating my bottom lashes with black mascara. I don't do it before I set my face because I always end up getting like the little mascara droplets underneath my eyes, and we all know that's a no-no. Usually I wear my hair straight, but I wanted to do something a little special, so I'm just going to add some loose curls. I really love the like loose curled shaken out I tried but didn't try look with this haircut that I have, so that's what I'm going for. This wand that I'm using is the Lumi wand. I believe it's 1 inch. I can check, but I'll definitely have it in the description below. And then, of course, just set and spray. I'm going to be dancing like a mad woman, so we want to keep everything in place as best as we can. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I have many more to come. Stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe.